I've been sitting in a chair for the last 20 minutes of my life trying to figure out how I'm going to start this video. I still don't know how I'm going to do that. These are my top 10 favorite drama movies of all time. At number 10, we have Moonlight. This is about a personal journey of acceptance. I think this is a very grounded and real movie. It has very relatable characters, and it looks and sounds beautiful. At number 9, we have Dallas Buyers Club. I'm going to start off by saying that Matthew McConaughey deserved the Oscar he got for this. His performance in this movie is amazing. I also think Jared Leto did a very good job in this movie. This movie is very original. I've never seen anything like it. This movie is also very grounded, which I also like about it. This movie is very reasonable, and the characters feel like real people, which I also think it goes hand in hand with Matthew McConaughey and Jared Leto's performance in this movie. I also really appreciated the timestamps in the movie, how it told the days, and I really do think that this shows some of the greatest character growth in movie history. Number 8, we have Zodiac. I think that Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo, and Jake Gyllenhaal have very good synergy with each other. I think they elevate each other's performances. I like that this movie is based off of true events. I really like historical dramas. I think this movie also has a lot of character. It feels fresh, and my only gripe with this movie is the ending, but I also give it a pass because it's based off of true events. At number 7, we have The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I think this movie has some of the most relatable characters to kids my age that I've ever seen in any movie. I think it takes on hard problems head on and represents them very well. I have one problem with the movie, and it's the ending. It's kind of goofy, but it's pretty realistic, and I think the actors have very good synergy. Number 6, we have Good Will Hunting. This might be a little low for some of you, but I just thought it was a little predictable and cliched. Other than that, I don't have a problem with this movie. Everything is above average. I thought Matt Damon did a good job, and so did The Therapist. At number 5, we have The Joker. Nothing I say about this movie will be news to anyone, so I'll keep it short. Joaquin Phoenix's performance in this is outstanding and deserved all the attention and the Oscar he won for it. This movie feels very dark, grim, and very real. It deals with a lot of very real issues, such as mental health. The only problem I have with this movie is it doesn't really feel like The Joker. It feels more like Arthur Fleck, but I feel like every other aspect of this movie is so good, I was seeing myself overlooking that. But other than that, this movie is great. At number 4, we have Slingblade. I don't really have much to say about this movie, but it's just great overall. I think it's really underrated, and not many people know about it. Billy Bob Thornton did a really good job acting and writing this movie. I think the child acting in this movie is actually bearable, which is uncommon. Some of the dialogue in this movie is really, really good, and I think that the ending is one of the best endings I've ever seen in a movie. It's predictable, but I think that it truly is a culmination for what everything this movie stands for. Number 3, we have Marriage Story. This is going to be a really short one. If I had to pick one movie out of this list that feels the realest, it's this one. The acting in this movie is amazing. They feel like actual people. And overall, it's just a really, really good movie. Number 2, we have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I love Tarantino. I like all of his movies. I think this one is probably his best work, which is a pretty unpopular opinion. I think Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio do an amazing job. I think Brad Pitt definitely got the Oscar he deserved. I think this movie is very stylish, and the dialogue is great in typical Tarantino fashion. I think the setting is one of the movie's strong points. Old Hollywood. I think that this movie is also very immersive just because of how much driving around Brad Pitt's character does. But my only problem with the movie is the ending. If you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. Number 1, we have The Shawshank Redemption. This, in my opinion, is the perfect movie. Everything about this movie is outstanding. Morgan Freeman is good, and just when the movie about halfway through is about to get old, they throw in a new character, which just so happens to be my favorite. The setting is really great. This movie looks nice. There's not really much else to say. This is truly the comfort food of movies. On a final note, if you watched the entire thing and stuck around to the end, I love you, and see ya.